and definitely the one that is going to give you the most insight into how I have gone about using and utilising the things I've read about, the experiences I've had in business, and everything else that goes along with that to build a business that I started from scratch. Now, this business is one I started from scratch. I had no clients, I had no previous experience, but what I did have was a burning desire to build it and make it something special. And that is what I've had every single time that I started something. And this business, as I mentioned in the last video, if you haven't seen it, check it out. But this video is going to cover MCDREAMY Details. It's a detailing business that I ran mobile and in a unit. And here's how it started. I applied for a business startup loan through Virgin Startup, and they provided me a loan which gave me the funding to buy the van and get it kitted out and have myself ready with marketing and get the business moving forward. And this video is definitely the one that I'm going to talk you through bit by bit, stage by stage, step by step, how that happened. So it gets the loan approved, the money is in the bank. Money is in the bank. Now I'm looking for the right van at the right money with the right kit, the right setup, and the research is happening. So all the research is happening. I'm finding the best parts of the best machines for polishing, the best pressure washer, the best steam cleaner, the best products, the best everything that I can find, the best of them, because I want to have this elite, high level detailing business. Now, one key point here of note is understand your audience, understand your demographic, understand the market that you operate in. Because the business that I set up would probably still be absolutely killing it in Dubai, but in fucking Glasgow, the business is on its arse, and it's gone now. So, yeah, coming back to it, I get the stuff. I'm constantly reading. So I'm reading a book by Jay Abraham on marketing. I'm reading a book by Chet Holmes on sales. I'm reading a book by countless books I've read on how you start and generate business, and how you close in sales, and how you develop a business from scratch. James Caan, you name it. I have read so many books on starting a business and how to get your first clients and customers over the door. But there's this one thing that really stood out to me, and it was Chet Holmes. Chet Holmes is a specialist in building businesses and sales specialist, and he's phenomenal. But what he spoke about was a local restaurant near to him had phenomenal service, exceptional food, but it was empty most of the week. And he went to it and he loved it, and he wondered why it was so fucking good but no one was there. And he could go in at different times of the week and it was never full. So he wanted to help them. And what he did was he encouraged them to offer everyone within the radius of feasibility to come and eat there free meal, free dinner. You say there's no such thing as a free meal, Ryan. Well, there was. When Chet Holmes was involved with this restaurant, there was absolutely a free meal. So what he did was he says, look, I want you to write these invites, make them professional, make them stand out, make them high class, and take them to all of the upper neighbourhoods, all the neighbourhoods with affluence in the area. An affluent neighbourhood, spit it out, right? Take it to affluent neighbourhoods and offer every single one of those houses, the people within those houses, free dinners. Because they're the people who are going to have the finances to come and use your restaurant regularly. They just haven't been afforded the ability to see how good it is yet. But that's what they're going to do. So we'll move that to the side, because then I used that, I took it, I immediately applied it. What I did was I had these high-end cards designed with a plastic credit card style card that was stuck on the inside of these cards, and that was then distributed to the affluent areas within my local vicinity. So people with supercars and people with large houses and all that sort of stuff. So I then went door to door and I posted these through all the doors, and I just kept going. I just kept putting them out. I had hundreds of these. Looking back now, I should have had thousands of them. And I just kept going week in, week out. I should just have been doing exactly the same thing, because that would have built the traction that I needed. I had no awareness at that point, but I still took the action to do something different and to win business. And that one act, that one marketing tool probably generated me close to £12,000-15,000 from reading something and applying it. And it's something that I haven't been super good at in my life. I've read so much and I've applied so little. But when I did, the results were massive, exponential. After that, what did I do? After that, I spoke to everyone that I knew and told them what I was doing. And when I told them what I was doing, I was always looking at avenues and opportunities. So I ended up picking up work with McLaren in Glasgow through a mate whose brother-in-law worked there and could get me time to have a conversation and look at the opportunity of doing some business. So I picked up McLaren. Now, off the back of that, because of my sales experience and my knowledge and understanding of how you build business and a sales perspective, I utilised that relationship that I had established with McLaren to start to message and reach out to people across all platforms. LinkedIn specifically was the one that I found the guys over at Ferrari in Edinburgh. And I dropped messages to the general manager, sales manager, directors, and over a period of 3 or 4 months, I just did follow-ups. I just followed up and followed up. And at one point, they had a problem car. Ferrari had a problem car, something they needed to fix that had come in for work to be done on it, and it hadn't been looked after properly. And they wanted to get it back to how it should have looked so the customer could pick it up. Now, I believe the car had been there for about 3 or 4 months, maybe around the time that I sent the first message, but at that point they didn't have a problem. When they did have a problem, the one who was consistent, the one who followed up, the one who was always in their mind as far as getting cars in the condition they wanted them to be in, they reached out. And when they reached out, I bit the opportunity and went and carried out the work to the best of my ability. So, detailed the Ferrari, and off the back of the Ferrari garage is connected to the Bentley garage, is connected to the Lamborghini garage, and I picked up work right across the board. So now, 14 months in to run a business which I'd set up from scratch with no previous experience other than I had washed my own car and polished it, I had now built this network of customers, clients that was providing an income. It wasn't massive because it wasn't consistent enough. I.e., who was having their car done? Well, they were having it done, but then they were having it done 6, 8, 10 weeks later, because how good the job was meant that they were waiting until it was absolutely gone past the point of all return to have it done again. And with the investment that they put into having that car done, I found that the cycles, the repeat cycles, weren't often enough, weren't regular enough for that income to start to grow. The recurring revenue was very, very low because the time between each service was very, very long. Some people were 3, 5, 6 months. before he got it done again. And I've just already mentioned, there aren't all that many people or villages in Scotland that are highly affluent, have supercars and all that sort of stuff, because we just don't have, as a nation, we just don't have that sort of hub. So that was a challenge that I didn't manage to overcome within the business. However, what I did do off the back of this work I was doing with these companies was I picked up work for a group of guys who own supercars across the UK, who came up regularly every 6 or 8 months, and they would tour Scotland. And when they were coming up, it was me that they used to detail all the cars on the first evening. So it was always a Sunday, and that Sunday I spent detailing all of these cars. 10, 12, 14 supercars would be detailed that day. So it was all hands on deck. I had my father-in-law, I had my nephew, I had everyone that I could possibly get out to help me detail these cars and get them turned around so that the owners could then go and tour Scotland in their immaculate supercars. So now let me condense this for you. How to do it. So got the funding, got the best stuff I possibly could so that it would have some sort of impact when I go and provide a service. Then I marketed to a specific demographic. I went to the affluent areas and I delivered something that people do not deliver. And that led to 1 customer, 2 customers, or clients. 1 client, 2 client. Off the back of that, it built and grew. I went to people I knew, I had conversations, and won work with a supercar manufacturer. Then off the back of that, I utilised that to go on social media and to reach out to people directly and have consistent effort to get in touch with them, because I knew I had something of value to give them. So take that into your world in every single domain. The problem is with most of us, if we want to get in shape, we want to make more money, if we want to have a better relationship, if we do something for a very short period of time and then we just give up on it. And often we don't even go all in to make it happen. Often we will just do enough that we can then look back and say we tried. Trying is not enough. The guys that I coach, the guys I have coached, trying is not enough. If you want to try, don't bother. If you're ready to commit, decide, commit, act relentlessly, that's when you can get every result you're looking for. And that's what happens in my coaching program. You get in the shape of your life, you eat better than you've ever eaten in your life, you feel better than you've ever felt in your life, you have better relationships than you ever fucking thought possible in your whole life. And now you can then start to become an operator at a far higher level in business, in every single domain of your life, and watch the rewards fly in. Every single day, do the things you avoided yesterday. Get them done, make it happen, change your life. I'll catch you in the next video tomorrow.